Investigators are still trying to figure out what to do with some of the animals found at a home where deputies say they busted an illegal cockfighting ring. Our Chris Martinez is following this developing story tonight and joins us with the latest on the fate of these animals and their owner. Chris?
Well, Jameson, I have these brand new photos to show you tonight of some of the dogs that were taken out of that house. These dogs are all here right now at Animal Services, and vets tell me they will be okay, but hundreds of fighting birds will not.
From the outside, this Hillsborough home looks just as it did when this day began, but it sounds far different. And this is why. This sheriff's office video taken on the inside shows hundreds of roosters found here, most in cages, a few running free, all of them trained to fight to the death.
You would hear them really screaming sometimes.
Beverly Sargent says for months, those screams from the roosters made her think whatever was luring crowds of cars next door wasn't legit. She was right, deputies say, charging her neighbor, Clemente Hernandez, with running an animal fighting operation in his backyard.
This goes on 24/7, what you're hearing, all the time. It never stops.
And turns out roosters weren't the only animals deputies discovered. These photos show some of the dogs and puppies rescued from the grounds. Most of them are plagued with parasites. Their living conditions best summed up in one word:
deplorable. They're unfit for animals and real questionable for humans.
It was an anonymous tip that set the 4-month-long investigation of this home in motion. Deputies leaving today with one man in cuffs and hundreds of birds that must now be put down.
The animals are the ones that are suffering, and it needs to be dealt with.
And all of those birds have to be put down because they are simply too violent. They were trained to be that way, deputies say, but the dogs, they are here right behind this fence at Animal Services, and they are hopeful they'll be able to adopt those out at some point. And tonight, their owner, Clemente Hernandez, he is being held at the county jail on all sorts of animal cruelty charges, and he's being held there on $500,000 bond. Live tonight in Hillsborough County, I'm Chris Martinez, ABC Action News.